Hey guys, guess what day it is? Monday. Get ready for a good week, everybody. November 13th, Johnny Guns Investigation coming to you guys tonight. Joining in along with True Crime Lounge with Becky.
Hi,
Ready?
everybody.
How you doing? Good to have you in tonight. So, guys, if you're eating dinner or eating a snack, put it down. Right, Becky? Because
Yeah.
this one here is a little bit of a horror story brought to life.
Mhm.
I mean, no joke. Okay, so we got a Hollywood hotshot son arrested over a torso found in a dumpster in a little strip plaza mall. It was his wife and his two in-laws' bodies chopped up and distributed. Well, we know the wife was found. We don't have the bodies of the in-laws yet. And this gentleman's name is Samuel Haskell the third.
The fourth.
I'm sorry, the fourth. His dad was a third. His dad was a very well known Hollywood executive of very well known stars. And so this kid grew up under the Hollywood highlight, being rich, living under daddy's wing, his money, his fame, and fortune. And this kid grew up a little strange because he was definitely into the horror movies, those slasher films, as it was it, the
Yep.
slasher films and things like that. He actually produced his own slasher horror films as well. So he had some inner things going on with him. He was also on TikTok a lot, making some really weird comments, saying that now he's going to ready to drink all the time, and just some really bad thoughts. But this guy, growing up rich, lives in a $2.5 million house over in Tarzana, California. Correct, Tarzana, California.
Correct.
Very nice area. Growing up nice. One of those horror movies that he did direct and write and produce. He had a model from the Real Housewives, um, and her name. What was her name?
Brandy. Her name was Brandy Glanville.
Brandy Glanfeld.
Gran
Okay,
Granbelt or something
Grand
like
Belt
that.
or something like that. And heavy drinker, heavy partier. So she was in one of his slasher movies. So this guy had those little dreams and thoughts in his mind, and now unfortunately he brought it into his own house over in the town of Tarzana in a $2.6 million home. He goes haywire. Why we don't know, but he chopped up his family, his wife, his father-in-law, and his mother-in-law. Now they do have three boys, but they were in school, so they're completely safe. I know the boys are 6, 8, and 12, and they were picked up by Department of Children and Welfare Services. Uh, Mia, his wife, okay, they're all in the Asian descent because he had a kind of like a fetish for Asian women, which he met his wife Maya in
I think it was
college.
May. I
May
think
or
her
something,
name
yeah,
was May.
May. And he met her in college. She was 37 years old. May's parents, 72 years old and 64 years old. The mom, 72 years old. The dad. And now their bodies are still who knows where right now,
Missing.
but they're definitely were chopped up, dismembered, and we don't know where. And we're going to get into a story here in a little bit. Becky's going to go it over and let you know exactly what this guy did with the bodies when they were dismembered. The torso we know was found in a dumpster, okay? But we're also going to go into a story here and exactly what's going on what this guy did. He's crazy. This guy is a nut job all the way through. I mean, don't you agree, Becky?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he killed his whole family there in the house, which we know was in the home because there's blood evidence and evidence of definitely a massacre going on in the home. When you're cutting up three bodies by yourself, I can't even imagine how that can happen. Your wife, and then he's throwing her in a dumpster in a strip plaza, the torso. So the head, the arms, the whole leg, everything's missing. So
Yeah, it's only her torso was. And they haven't identified the torso as of yet, but there's speculation that it is her torso.
right, right, exactly. Due to a lot of camera footage that was caught at the home from neighbors and at the strip plaza, which Becky and I have photos that we're going to show you and go over exactly what happened there. But for this guy to go ahead and fantasize his whole life of making these slasher type horror films, and now he really reenacted it in his home like it's a Hollywood set. And when you go to find out what he tells these guys that he hired, that Becky's going to read a story about, you guys are going to freak out. So join in. Don't forget, you have Johnny Gunn's investigation tonight, Monday. We got True Crime Lounge with Becky. Message us. Go ahead and make sure you like us and subscribe. We
Yeah,
got a lot
comment down
going on
below.
tonight.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah, let us know what you think. Cause this is the horror movie come to life. So take it over, Becky.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna just get this together. All right, so I have an article here from the Daily Mail. Now, there are workers, it says here, workers claim murder suspect Sam Haskell paid them $500 to remove trash bags containing body parts from his
Jeez.
LA home and tried to pass them off as Hollywood or Halloween props as his wife and in-laws remains missing after woman's torso discovered. Okay, so
That's
he
unbelievable.
hired some laborers to
So he
move the
these
body.
construction workers or these laborers. Oh, here he is.
Yes,
This is Samuel.
35-year-old Samuel Haskell the fourth.
Yeah, he grew up wealthy. I mean, he didn't have to do anything but live off a trust fund, his dad's money, just be normal. So, but I can't believe. So he hires a construction guys to
He
come and
hired some
move
laborers to
laborers
move
to
the
come
body.
move the bodies that he
Right.
chopped up.
So here
Okay,
goes the piece about the from
this
the
isn't
article
funny.
about the laborers. It says a group of laborers claim murder suspect Sam Haskell paid them to remove trash bags containing body parts from his LA home. The
But they
workers
didn't
said
know.
they were hired by the son of a top Hollywood talent agent who was arrested on Wednesday on suspicion of murder. Now, some of these words I'm going to just remove because it's not like fully reported correctly. So I'm just going to skip over some. The laborers said they were paid $500 to move 3 large trash bags from the inside of Haskell's garage, which he told them was full of rocks, but later claimed they were or Halloween props.
So,
The
all right.
laborers who didn't want to be identified claimed the bags were soft and heavy, appearing to be filled with meat and weighing around 50 pounds. After moving the bags into a truck, they said something didn't feel right about their job, and they stopped the truck a block from the house to inspect them. It was at that moment, they say, that they saw the bags filled with body parts.
Oh my God.
I was astonished, the worker said. Of course, I felt bad. We had been tricked. They said they raced back to Haskell's home, left the bags on his driveway, and returned the money. God was watching over us, they said, adding they feared for their lives due to the horrific nature of what they had found.
That's amazing.
When they told Haskell they didn't want to be involved in the situation, they said Haskell tried to pass off the body parts as Halloween props. The laborers rushed in to inform the police, but claimed they were turned away from 2 different police stations when they tried to make a report. After the California Highway Patrol station in DeSoto, California, told them to report to the Los Angeles Police Department. They say that LAPD precinct in Topanga told them to leave and call 911 from the parking lot.
What?
Wow.
What the
Mhm.
hell? So,
It So the LAPD did not immediately respond to the request for comment over the claim that the workers were turned away when contacted by Daily Mail.
that's amazing. That is totally amazing. So what I don't understand though is, okay, so we have common sense that when you go to pick up something that you're hired to go and move, rocks cannot be in plastic bags, number one. There's no hefty bag made today that's going to hold rocks. So I mean that's crazy. He puts that off
But
on
the
people.
thing
So that's
were it was in, black garbage bags, but then it
Right.
was inside of a duffel bag. So when they found the torso, it was in a black bag, but it was inside of a
Inside of
duffel bag.
duffel bag,
So it
gotcha.
wasn't just, trash bags.
Because when they found the torso in the dumpster, it was originally found by a homeless man in there rummaging around looking for some food in the morning, finds a duffel
Recyclables
bag,
to recycle.
recyclables, I mean, and then finds a duffel bag, thinks he hit gold, man, and he opens it up and there's a torso in
I'm
there.
sure he did not think he hit gold when he smelt that
Well,
bag.
he don't know. He smells pretty bad himself. He lives outside, but and then he runs over to the business, which is a cleaner's, and tells the girl there, and then boom, everything starts to
To
unwind.
unravel.
And then the cops finally put it together. Hey, something's going on with the report of the bodies over here at the Haskell resident, or whatever his name is there.
Right. So this is a picture of May
Haskell,
Haskell, and her 2 parents.
his wife and his two parents. They're, like I said, they're Asian descent.
Yeah.
The poor people living all together, help
So they
raising their
had,
three kids.
like you were saying, they had, 3 children, aged 6, 8, and 12.
Hmm.
Samuel Haskell the 5th, James Haskell, and then there's William Haskell the 2nd, were found to be safe at school, and they are now with family. At first, they did go with
Right.
DCF, which
But now
was
a family member
Department of
has definitely,
Children and Family, and then they got, taken with family.
yeah, which is a good thing. But you got to realize this guy's growing up under the wing of his father, who's very well known in Hollywood. I mean, he's an Emmy-winning Hollywood producer of several Dolly Parton's movies. We got George Clooney, Whoopi Goldberg, Martin Short. He even hooked up with Prince Edward.
Right. So,
I
like
mean,
it was
this is a
saying in
very famous. This guy's famous, his dad. I mean, so
yeah.
unfortunately, this guy just went haywire. We don't know why, what happened inside that home. I know the neighbors have came out and spoken that they were pretty good friends with his wife, and everything looked okay. They did great things with the kids, but the husband, Sam, was always off in a certain way, but we
Yeah,
don't know.
she was known as a great hostess, she would
Yeah.
throw elaborate parties.
Yep.
She was, really kind of the kind of woman that you wanted to live on your block
Right.
because you were gonna have a good time with her.
Yeah. Just never known that her husband is inside the house right next door to her one night, just chopping them up. I mean, he
Yeah,
literally
disturbing.
had just like a scene of something out of Jeffrey Dahmer. I mean, chopping bodies up. I mean, where did he do it? I mean, that had to have been when the cops went in there.
Well,
It had to have been a
it had
hell
to
of a
be
scene.
inside the home.
What's that? It had to have been inside the
Right,
home
because
because
from
you
what
had
the reports were
we have
saying.
pictures of the construction workers were hired to go to the home to dispose of them. Where we don't know
Right.
where they were going, but I'm sure we'll find out. And then
They're doing the research right now, so they're doing the investigation, they're going to find the different, bags, the different body parts,
yeah,
and what this article like you were saying that, the arrest of Haskell the 4th had rocked the neighborhood, and, they lived in that $2.5 million home,
yeah, beautiful
six-bedroom
neighborhood.
house, and, like you said, his father was a really high prominent,
Executive of
executive.
Hollywood. And also he was an executive producer of the what is it? The modeling
It
Miss
wasn't
America,
modeling, he actually was CEO of, Miss
Miss
America,
Miss America. He was
Miss
CEO
America pageant.
executive of a Miss America pageants. I mean,
But he
he
had to, actually resign from that back in 2017, there was a
right.
scandal that had happened, so he resigned from
Yeah.
that
And
position.
and then we also have to go back real quick before we should talk about the home or anything else. Now, Sam, his son here that went nuts and chopped up his whole family except for his kids, thank God. He was arrested before, I think a couple of years ago. He was arrested for an assault charge with a deadly weapon. He was convicted for that and was put on a 3-year probation period, correct? Becky?
Right, I had that all in here.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was in there. So,
Yeah, so this is that house that we were talking about, that $2.5 million 6-bedroom home. They're in that
beautiful home.
beautiful, suburb of Los Angeles.
Mhm. Nice pool in the backyard.
Oh, yeah.
They
And
you
it
know
says that there's surveillance cameras in a parking lot at the intersection of Rubo, I can't Avenue and Ventura Boulevard recorded the incident around 4
Rubio.
PM. Rubio, thank you. Rubio Avenue and, Ventura Boulevard recorded the incident around 4 PM on Tuesday, according to the source. That's the intersection where the LAPD said they found the woman's headless torso Wednesday shortly after 6 AM. You can clearly see what he's doing in broad daylight, and he struggles to get the black bag into the dumpster, the tipster said, told Fox News Digital. So, what,
Now that's Sam being seen
right,
unloading
that's
this bag that they don't know what's in there from his car,
right, and this was on the surveillance camera in that strip mall. So here goes a
and here's
picture
the picture.
of him, but now I have this little video clip, so let's just watch this little video clip of him.
This guy.
Here he comes
Here he
rolling in.
comes, rolling on in, broad daylight.
He's opening
And
up the
he's opening up the
dumpster
trunk of
doors.
that.
Now he's about to open up his trunk. There it
Yep.
goes, pop in the trunk,
Mm-hmm.
lifting that heavy
Struggling.
bag with his knees
Yeah. It's amazing. It's unreal. This guy is this is
and dumping it,
unbelievable footage. There he dumps his wife,
the torso.
the torso of his wife, where we don't know where the other parts are yet. And we have vans going by, we have people going
Yeah,
by, and there's nobody noticing anything because who thinks he's
there
throwing
he
a
goes,
body part
closing it
away,
up, getting back into his
back
ride,
into his ride
about to
off.
take off.
He's saying goodbye to his wife, and
Okay,
he
so
chopped her up.
going
That's
back to,
unbelievable. That's unbelievable footage that we have this guy. Now remember, he had to do this by himself because the construction or the
they
laborers that
bailed
he
on
hired, they bailed on his ass, man. They came
yeah,
back, dumped the bodies back out in this guy's garage and said, "You son of a bitch, we'll see you later." Hollywood props. This guy's some Halloween props.
Halloween props,
What does he think?
but he
He's
said,
lost it.
like, "No."
He's in another world. This guy's mind is if he just got done chopping bodies up, which his mind is so
Yeah,
whacked out right now.
he's
I'm just
delusional or he's psychotic or there's something
He's
mentally off.
all the above, this guy. Now this is the
So
dumpster they found the torso in.
yes, and that's the dumpster. Now remember, there was doors that he was opening up, and that
Well, there's
wall, that
side
brick
doors.
wall right there, that is all where he was, where he pulled that white car up,
Mhm.
opened up those
Opened up
garage
that garage.
dumpster, and then tossed it, and that's the same exact location that we just watched.
That's amazing. I can't believe that this guy doesn't think he's films movies, produces and writes and doesn't realize cameras could be the number one cause of you getting busted in anything you do.
Well, he's not
And
thinking. It's like you said, he's
yeah,
there's
his mind is
something
delusionally
completely wrong
gone.
with him, his thought process. And here goes, a picture of where the LAPD or the police are
All the
actually looking
investigators are
inside
over
of his
here
home
going in the
now.
home to sweep that house for everything. But I don't think they had to sweep too hard for evidence
No,
after
because it
disposing three
says here
bodies,
in
chopping them up.
right, because it says here in the article that, inside the Haskell house, detectives discovered blood and other evidence consistent with killing and dismemberment, according
Oh
to
my
the
God,
investigator.
that's unbelievable. So I
And
wondered,
and here goes, like, a picture of some of the
here's the
evidence
body.
from inside of the home.
This is inside the window of the garage. Construction guys come dump that crap off. You know what I mean? So here we have
This
the
is what the
evidence
police have,
of what they
tagged.
found, and we have this is a picture where
Yeah,
the
so we don't
bodies.
know what's underneath the white cover, but it's
What do you think it
definitely
is?
suspicious.
Yeah, it's probably a head or two. But we got to realize, where did he chop them up at to make the mess? I mean, you got to realize if you're in a morgue, they have definitely
They have
special equipment.
drains.
This
They
guy,
have, like,
where
huge
did the blood go? Where did the organ? What is going? Where are these parts? So, I mean, are they scattered in all the dumpsters around the city?
Yeah, I think they are like I said, they're doing a lot of investigating to find out where he's dumped
If I
this
was his
evidence.
dad, I mean, let time pass a little bit here, come out of retirement. This is a number one hit in the movies right here
I
for
mean, I
horror.
just don't know if his own father would do
I'm just
that.
joking
I
anyway.
think
I'm
that's
joking, but
just
this
a
is a
little
movie.
off.
This is
I
a movie.
I I I get that, but, his own dad,
No,
I don't know.
I hope
But,
his dad has the kids. I hope they're taking care of those 3 kids
well, they
because
say
now
that
again, this
they're
is
with
another
family.
story where kids suffer. You got one screwed up nut job family member that kills either the wife or the husband, and then the kids suffer because they don't have anybody now. So we got the mom's dismembered, and now the dad, he'll be
He's in
sentenced to
jail right
death.
now.
Oh,
He
just
actually
imagine
was going, to appear in court
today.
today.
So we'll see
Uh,
what happens.
so
So
right now it says that Haskell is being held on a $2 million bail.
yeah,
He probably can bail out since his family does have quite a bit of money, and it was
unless
like
they
you were
don't bail
saying.
him out.
Right, but it's like you were saying earlier, it says, court records show that in December of 2008, Haskell was arrested and charged with 2 counts of assault with a
Mhm.
deadly weapon.
I wonder what
He
that
pled
weapon
no
was.
contest to battery and was placed on 3 years probation in 2010. So
Hmm.
he does have a record
Yeah,
from the past and is just showing his violent nature.
yeah, it just takes time for it to come out, and then we do know on TikTok, just what was it, just a few days before all this came about, he's on TikTok talking about how unhappy and bitter he is,
He
rambling
was
on about
unhappy about
rambling
burnt
on about a
steak
burnt
at a
steak from the
restaurant
restaurant over
above
Nordstrom's.
Nordstrom.
This guy's living off his dad's
Listen,
money,
I
man.
get it, like, the filet doesn't need to be well done, but this dude is, like, not
I
thinking.
mean, he's just nuts, and you can see it in that TikTok video. He's going crazy, and then in that video as well, he says, "And because of all this, I'm just going to start drinking every day,
Consistently.
consistently." So I don't know. He's 30, what, 35 years old,
35,
35 years old.
35.
His wife was 37. The poor woman, I don't know what was going behind those closed doors, but as far as that neighbor, 2 neighbors have came out and said that she was the most pleasant woman to be around. Like you said, hosting the parties. It was actually one that a neighbor had a planned party going on 3
Yeah,
weeks,
like a dinner party
big
she
dinner
was
party
supposed to
planned
go
out,
to.
and they kept texting her, and that's why their text was found on her phone. They
Mhm.
were trying to get a hold of her, but unfortunately, didn't realize that she was over on the slab, man, and just getting chopped up by that crazy ass husband of hers. So I hope they really come down on him, hard, because this is going to be. We have body part. We don't even know if there's other body parts, if it's whole bodies. You know what I mean? So we don't know if
Right.
the mother-in-law and the father-in-law are chopped up like the wife, but I'm sure they are because they were in bags. They were
Right.
being moved by those hired laborers that weren't able. They figured it out halfway down the road that, hey, this isn't rocks. Where's the blood? There was no blood pouring out.
Well, that's why I'm saying it was, bags, like,
Right?
garbage bags inside of a duffel bag. So that lining of the trash bag could have held that liquid, you know?
But the smell, the
I
iron.
know, the smell.
I mean,
That's the reason why they looked inside because they said something was not right.
these guys must not be. I like to see what these guys look like.
I
And
mean,
then to
they
go
did
back,
show
and then
something was
hold on. We didn't even talk about this yet. LAPD is usually on top of everything, man. What's going on? LAPD, they go to
LAPD.
2 police departments. Well, they usually, you call the cops, you tell
I
them there's
don't
dead
know
bodies. They're
about
usually sending
LAPD.
everybody over there,
They
man.
kinda look like
Helicopter.
clowns, especially when they're chasing people on those,
Oh man,
high
they don't even
speed
answer the
pursuits.
guys. They say go to the parking lot, guys, and call 911 and let them know what's going on. What are they kidding me? Now,
Yeah.
now I remember everybody saying any suspicious activity, anything you see, make sure you report it right away so we can check on it. But now you go and report suspicious activity of bodies being chopped up that some guy hires you to move that you brought back to him, and you know there's bodies in there, and they don't want to believe you.
Well, I
What
don't
kind of
know. I don't
credibility
know
do these
how it
gentlemen
works,
have?
like, because they went into the police station, and so
Who
I guess they were
cares?
like, "Hey, you need to call
You
dispatch."
could drop a kid off at a fire department. You can't go report
Well,
a
no, no, no,
crime
no,
of a
no. You
murder?
cannot just drop a kid off at a fire department. They have to be less than, like, a year
Well,
old.
that's what
There's
I mean, but I'm
there's
saying,
actual requirements.
well,
If
yeah,
you
you know
try
what
to
I
drop
mean.
your kid off and they're older, it's called abandonment.
I did. I tried to drop a 19. No, I'm joking. But
No.
you got you got to understand. You go to the police department. If you run in screaming rape, well, hold on. Go outside. Call 911. We'll
Okay,
get to
that
you in a
yeah.
minute. I mean, this guy comes in and screams. He has bodies that were in their trunk
Yeah.
that we brought back to this guy. Gave him back his $500, and we're reporting it to you. No, go call
They should have kept the
911.
money. I don't understand why they gave him back the money.
Because then you're involved. Then
Yeah, I
you're
guess, right?
yeah.
You're involved in the whole thing. Listen, who
It's a
knows?
shame though, because you gotta remember now,
I mean, this is not
3
funny because this
innocent
is really
people
tragic.
during
A
the
woman
holidays
and her parents lost her life.
are chopped. Not only that, how did they die? How did he kill them? We don't know any of that. Now we will. Stories to come back, guys. We're gonna follow up on this. Now remember, Johnny Gunn's investigation, along with True Crime Lounge with Becky. Comment, message us, hit that like, subscribe, because we got plenty more coming, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, this story is just right here, and it's going to go up and up and up. We're going to find out so many things about this story: how he killed them, were they alive when he chopped them up?
I
Who
hope
knows?
not.
This guy is a he's a he. Remember, what is he like? Slasher
Slasher,
movies.
right. Do you think he might have recorded what he
Yes,
did?
I do. I said that the other day. I 100% think this guy acted out in
Like, almost
his
made, like,
sick
a
ass
snuff
mind
video?
one of
Like a
his
real life
slasher
snuff
movies,
video?
and it's on video. And I think the cops have everything. The only thing they don't have, or we don't know yet, but I don't think they do. I don't think they have the other bodies.
Well, because they're still doing this is very early on in this. They're still doing the investigation.
Well, yeah, this just happened 3 days ago. So
Right.
I mean, the torso was found by, like I said, they're saying they're reporting on the news that it was found by a business owner, but it wasn't at first. It was found by a homeless man shuffling around in the trash in the morning before they come and take it to get all the it was
Yeah, to get the recyclables.
recyclables. And again, he comes across a duffel bag, hoping he came across some drugs or some money in there. And unfortunately, it was a Asian. Well, he didn't know, but it was a torso of a very high profile son's wife,
Yeah,
and it's a sad thing.
unfortunately.
And he freaks out, runs to the business right there in that same
Right.
parking lot,
And then
and
they get it all rolling out.
the guy goes out and checks it and sees what it is.
Yep,
And
and it's a
matter of fact,
miserable
they were
thing.
trying to. I heard the homeless guy thought the body was still alive, thought it was still a body, was trying to pull it out and couldn't get it out and
I
didn't
just
realize
don't
it was
even
just
know
a
how he
torso
saw a
at first.
torso.
Didn't know it
Come
at
on,
first because
man.
it's buried in trash.
It's
I
like,
heard that
did
this
he
morning. I
hide
read
or
it in an
something? It's
article.
torso.
Yeah,
There's
he's a
no
bum.
head. It says it's a headless torso.
Yeah,
That's too much. But anyway, that's the story that we got for you guys tonight. Hopefully,
yeah, guys, it's a hell of a story, man.
yeah, that is,
I
a
hope you
lot.
weren't
'Cause
eating. Hope you guys just enjoyed that horror flick tonight
yeah,
from.
that's a lot. And
But
hopefully
there's a
there
lot
is
more to
some
come.
resolution to this, but we
There's a
will keep
lot
you
more to
guys
come.
updated with, all of the new information that comes.
Yeah, the hunt for the more body parts are definitely underway unless they already found them, because I'm sure the first thing that all the investigators were doing were checking every dumpster in miles of the vicinity of the home and for where that
Yeah.
first dumpster was found. But this guy was struggling. You saw the picture. He was struggling
Yeah,
just
he
to
had to
get
lift
that
with
one
his
bag
knees
out.
to get
I
that
don't know
in
how
there.
far much he could have gone. So
Yeah.
I think maybe they might have
Alright,
found some
so
at the home. But anyway, guys, it's a great Monday night, November 13th. Johnny Gunn's investigation coming to you guys along with True Crime Lounge with Becky, bringing you guys a horror story tonight. So, guys, hit that like, subscribe, plenty more coming. And, guys, remember, be safe out there. Have a good
signing
night.
off.
Signing off, guys.